Today we're going to be going over how to build a bottomless stock tank from Sioux Steel. As you can see behind me, we have a 15-foot stock tank set up. And what we've already done is we have already set the sheets up and put all the bolts in. Now, a couple of things to note. Your bottomless stock tank is always going to have a lip that points outward. You want to make sure that goes down, and on every sheet there's going to be a sticker to indicate the direction with an arrow on it. Now also on the hardware, you want to make sure that your bolt head is towards the inside. That's going to have a washer on it, and then you put the nut towards the outside, and that takes a 15/16 wrench and socket to put on. Now once you have all of the sheets set up in a circle, you're going to put your trim lock on. Now the trim lock looks like this. Inside of there, there's a little bit of steel banding to stiffen it up, and then rubber on the outside. When you get that, it's going to come in a single roll, and you're going to press that on over the sheet all the way around and then trim off your excess. You'll also notice when you're putting your tanks together, for our containment sheets, they're going to have spare holes next to the rib that you are bolting in. There will be provided hardware to just plug the holes only, but they will not be to fasten anything. Now after having your sheet set up and the trim lock set up, the next thing you're going to do is put the liner in, which we already have done. Now these liners come in square sheets and they're shipped separately on a pallet. When you do that and you open it up, make sure that you have the correct size dimension sheet for your tank before you set it up. In our case, for the 15-foot tank, it was a 20-foot by 24-foot sheet. So we have that set up in there, and of course putting a rectangle into a cylinder, you're going to have some foldovers. Now you lay it there in the middle, and making sure that there's no debris underneath your tarp, you lay it in and you can walk around the edges and work that into the shape it needs to be. For those of you that are putting bottomless tanks together without using the liner, and you're doing like a concrete bottom or something different, what you can do is on each one of the seams here, we provide a roll of mastic tape that goes in there. So you're going to want to sandwich it in between the seams. And again, we send you more than enough, so you're going to have to end up trimming it because it comes in a single roll. So once you have your liner in, again with it being a rectangle, you're going to have spare material all the way around. And I've put a couple of these PVC liners on to show this is what you put on the top, and that is your final cover to protect that edge. Now these PVC liners are directional. They have a cup to them. You want the cup facing outside on there. Now it's recommended when you put them on, you start in a corner, and with a rubber mallet, you can use that to tap that in. Now I have an example down here of when you're assembling it, what happens. So that top bolt that we have in here is causing a deflection right there. Now you can elect to either trim the trim lock around that to avoid the bolt, or you can leave the top bolt out. The choice is yours, but it really will only impact you if you have the liner in.